Can I share something with you? For the longest time, I thought I knew exactly where my life was going. I had plans, dreams, and goals that I was so determined to achieve. If I'm honest, I spent years trying to make everything work. I was trying to figure it all out, trying to be the superwoman who can do everything, trying to hold it all together, trying to become everything for everyone. But looking back now, I realize I wasn't actually searching for success. I was searching for alignment. Perhaps that's why you're here today as well. I believe, we are all living in a time where God is calling his daughters. This is a call for every woman, whether you know him deeply or, you're rediscovering your faith, even just simply searching for purpose, truth, and direction. I know what it feels like because, I've searched for so long and I've tried to do it even on my own way. I've tried to have my own plans, my own goals, my own dreams. While some things worked deep down, there was always that feeling that something was missing, that little extra, And sometimes you just feel like, there is something greater inside of you. You just feel like you were created for more. Yet, no matter how much you achieve, how many goals you accomplish, there is still that longing for something deeper. That was my experience. I kept searching for the thing that would finally make everything click. Then one day, I just laid everything on the table, the plans, the dreams, the expectations, the pressures, and the need to control every outcome. And I just surrendered it to God. Honestly, that decision just changed everything. Like my life was not the same. Not because suddenly, my life became perfect, but because for the first time, everything just made sense. Everything just fit properly. The purpose I had been searching for wasn't found in striving harder. It was found in surrender. It was found in alignment. The moment I stopped asking God to fit into my agenda and started aligning my life with his agenda, something clicked. It reminded me of Proverbs 3, verse 5-6 that says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him and he will make your path straight." I experienced a peace, that I had never known, a clarity I had never experienced, and a purpose that ran deeper than any achievement. That is why I'm here today. I believe there are women just like me carrying dreams in their hearts, carrying responsibilities on their shoulders, and carrying burdens that nobody else sees. Women who are tired of striving, tired of performing, tired of trying to hold everything together on your own. Yet, there is something deeper, something greater, and something you were created for more. And perhaps that longing exists because God has always had a purpose for your life. As Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future." This is my invitation to pause, to listen, to surrender, and to align with the woman God has always called you to be. The Holy Agenda woman is not a perfect woman. She is a surrendered woman. She is an intentional, growing, healing, and becoming. She understands that true fulfillment is not found in building her own kingdom, but is partnering with God's purpose. And she no longer spends her days asking God to bless her agenda. Instead, she chooses to align herself with his will. Her life, his agenda. I am her. Not because I have arrived or because I have everything figured out, but because every day I make the decision to surrender my plans to His purpose. And if something in your spirit is steering you as I am speaking these words, if you have been longing for deeper purpose, greater clarity, and a life fully aligned with God's design, then perhaps you're not here by accident, but you're here for a purpose. Maybe this is your invitation. Maybe you are here too. Welcome to the Aligned Woman, a community of women choosing alignment over striving, purpose over pressure, faith over fear, and God's agenda over their own. Welcome home, Aligned Woman. Let's walk this journey together. Stay blessed.